I only buy the finest tea leaves, sister. See, POPF.
POPF is indicated on the pack.
Sister, the art of tea.
The Department of Meteorology reiterated today that they had informed all necessary units regarding the extreme weather conditions that were experienced over the weekend. However, convening a media briefing once again today, the Acting Minister of Fisheries and Aquatic Resource Development charged that there was no proper warning issued regarding the extreme weather.
We are a country in a temperate region and we are also surrounded by a large sea mass. Therefore, there is a difficulty in issuing forecasts. It is not a problem of technology or anything else. The primary cause is that it is difficult. Speaking further, S.R. Jayasekara said that it was decided following a meeting at the Department of Meteorology at 2 p.m. on the 7th that the extreme weather would adversely affect Sri Lanka. Finally, we saw that this would affect the island. When we met at 2 o'clock with the Director General, we arrived at a clear decision that this would affect us. Then we changed the forecast issued at 4 p.m. on the 7th. Notably, in this forecast, we mentioned various factors such as the fact that the wind speeds could hit up to 80 kilometers per hour and that the monsoon would become active. We sent this forecast to the relevant institutions. I ask why these ministries have been separated. There is one for fisheries and one for disasters. There is another for social services. These ministries have been divided so the individual institutions have a clear task. Ministries have not been divided for the social services ministry to do what the Ministry of Fisheries does or for the Ministry of Fisheries to do what the Ministry of Health does. This information had been issued to the Fisheries Ministry. The telecom company has certified it. I am not levelling an accusation. They shouldn't keep trying to palm this off on us. If the Met Department has a responsibility, then the Fisheries Ministry has an equal responsibility. They too must issue the warning. As a person on the sidelines, I am saying that I see a shirking of duty here if they received the announcement and didn't make inquiries. All these issues, including the issuing of tsunami warnings, have been conferred on the Department of Meteorology and the Ministry of Disaster Management, and this has been gazetted. Thereby, whether through the government or privately, there is a responsibility to proclaim an emergency situation and inform the relevant channels. Any media channel would carry it, even if you called at midnight and inform them of the emergency. That is why I am thankful to the media for being bound to do this. We informed the precautions unit of the Fisheries Ministry via fax. I do not know whether this was conveyed to the fisheries harbours by the Fisheries Ministry. I have said prior to this as well that issuing announcements and issuing warning signals are different things. There is a difference between proclaiming an emergency and a regular weather forecast. Media institutions will bear witness to this. Tell me one media institution that was warned. The announcement says 80 kilometers per hour. What steps were taken by the Disaster Management Centre subsequently? This announcement was received not as an announcement but as a forecast. We receive forecasts regularly. What we do in this case is inform our officials in the districts. It is only if we receive it as a warning of an emergency that we act immediately and inform all other people. That is the problem that arose. The Disaster Management Centre is a specialised institution. An image of issuing warnings has been built around it. If this institution does not understand this announcement as one for which an emergency must be proclaimed, then how are we to understand it? A mistake has been made somewhere. Wind speeds of 80 kilometers per hour is a serious situation. As the Honourable Minister said, it would have been better if we had taken this forward with more gravity. This situation could have been different. We must note that. I have evidence and I can say that the Met Department has issued warning signals even for winds of 60 kilometers per hour. So if they can issue warnings for winds of between 60 to 70 kilometers per hour, then why didn't they issue a warning for winds of 80 kilometers per hour?
නමුත් මම පැහැදිලිව මතයක ඉන්නවා.
I have a clear opinion. There is a committee and the committee is looking into this. If there has been a mistake on my part, then I am not like these other ministers. I do not need to remain here. I do not wish to cling to the position. If there has been a mistake, then I am ready to take up the responsibility. There is a committee and they will make submissions. I think there needs to be such a culture in this country. This has not happened in the past. There is nothing that I cannot leave behind. I do not cling to positions to get vehicles. There is not much value in ministerial positions. Human life is more valuable. Journalists questioned the minister on a statement he made in 2011 to the effect that he would provide proper resources and strengthen the Department of Meteorology.
කාලගුණ විද්‍යා දෙපාර්තමේන්තුව සම්පූර්ණ
I am of the opinion that the Department of Meteorology must be completely overhauled. I submitted a cabinet paper for this. Unfortunately, although cabinet approval was granted, there was difficulty in securing financial allocations. We couldn't take it as far as we wished to. But it is the opinion of the Met Department that these instruments or satellites would have made no difference in this case. In this case, these officials had given sufficient warning.
මේ ඉන්න නිලධාරීන් මේ ප්‍රමාණවත් ඒ කටයුතු කරා.